Okay. Thank you so much, Lucy, for taking the time to meet with me today. I'm excited for the opportunity to share with you what it is that I do to help for sale by owners just like you.
Are you
So,
welcome.
yeah, I know that the main reason that you decided to actually take the time to meet with me was because I told you that I was confident that I could help you and I could benefit you financially. And I'm assuming that's why you said yes, right?
Yes, I'm curious to hear what you have to say.
Awesome. All right. Well, let's just jump right into it then. Because I know I only asked for 20 minutes of your time. So the first thing that I actually wanted to start off with was you had told me that you were on Zillow because that's where I found you. Were you,
Yes.
yeah, were you currently posted anywhere else?
No, major Zillow, everybody goes to Zillow, and I have already been receiving a few calls from it.
Awesome. Okay, because you had gotten some good activity already, right?
Yes.
Awesome. All right. Well, Lucy, I'm going to start off with just sharing this part because right now, like you said, Zillow is a great tool and that's gives you a lot of exposure, right? I'm assuming that's why you use Zillow.
Yes.
Exactly. So you probably remember whether it was like in a high school or college, economics 101. Do you remember taking that years ago?
No, it's been a long time.
Yeah, it's been a long time. Well, you probably do remember this though. In Econ 101, we learn about the supply of or the law of supply and demand. And I know you understand this because right now you're on Zillow and you're getting interest from buyers. And see, you would probably agree with me. I mean, because the law of demand says the more exposure you have, right? The more demand, in essence, because exposure equals demand, the more money you would be able to make. Would you agree with that?
Oh, yes.
Okay, great. So if you think about it like this, I mean, right now you're on Zillow. You have a sign in the front yard?
No, no, I don't have a sign. Um, I also have to check my association allowed sign, but Zillow, it's everybody search Zillow.
Right. And you're already getting, a few buyers actually calling in from you, just from your ad on Zillow.
Yes.
Think about it like this, because Zillow is one website. Imagine the amount of interest you would get if you were actually published all over just the internet. Imagine how much interest you could generate that way.
Mm.
And let me share this with you because there's some interesting statistics. Have you ever heard of the association? It's called NAR, National Association of Realtors.
Yes.
Okay, great. So they publish and they actually study the all of the home sales across our country every single year. And they publish this report. It's called the Profile of Home Buyers and Sellers. I don't know if you've seen it like surfaced before.
No, that I haven't seen.
Okay.
I know
And
what a NAR, but I haven't dig into it. It's not like my first interest of it.
right, exactly. I mean, you're a homeowner, you're trying to sell your house. I don't expect you to be, researching and looking at these kind of reports. I mean, I'm a full-time real estate agent. This is my career. And so obviously I've looked at these things. But anyways, the reason I'm bringing this up is because what they found in 2024 on for sale by owners is that out of all of the home sales in our country, 92% were actually sold by an agent.
Hmm.
So, why am I bringing this up? 8% of home sales were actually done successfully privately by a for sale by owner like yourself. And so, when you think about it, though, of this 8% that did sell for sale by owner, 6% ended up selling to a family member, a friend, a neighbor, somebody that they actually already knew. So
Okay.
2% were sold in the open free market to somebody that they did not know. And what's interesting about this though, because we agreed that more demand and more exposure equals more money. So Lucy, let me ask you, I mean, if 100% exposure equals the top market value, what do you think that 2% exposure would get you?
Hmm. Yeah. But tell me a little bit more, what else you will do to expose? Because everything channels down to Zillow. I know that even MLS channels down to Zillow.
Right.
So what else you would do to expose?
Yeah, and this is such a great question. And I love that you're asking me this because right now, from your perspective, you're thinking, okay, well, whether I'm listed with an agent or myself, I mean, we're both going to be on Zillow. So really, what is the difference, right? What is the value here? And I want to get into that because that's so important for you to understand. But just to answer the question though, the 2% exposure that for sale by owners get, they found that it equaled 13.5%, almost 14% less than agent assisted sales, Lucy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So if you think about it, you could work with me, hire me. I can market your property aggressively, get it in front of 100% of the buyers and 100% of the agents working with buyers. And you would still end up making significantly more money by doing that than if you were to sell it yourself.
So you believe that doing all that you share with me, I still net that amount of money that I have shared with you.
Right. And that's based off of the stats, right? That's based off of the data. And actually, I want to just answer your question though about the marketing, right? Like what is it that I do
Yes.
differently? Yeah,
What do you will do to expose more than Zillow?
exactly. So obviously you're familiar with the MLS. This is great. Has any agent ever explained to you the difference between passive versus active marketing in real estate?
No,
Okay. So what you're describing, right? I mean, if you think about it as a for sale by owner right now, you are currently, I know that you don't know if the HOA allows the sign in the yard, so you haven't done that yet, but you
right.
have it on Zillow, right? You have professional photos taken. I mean, the house looks great. You're getting interest from buyers. And, it's kind of out there. The ad is out there now. You have to wait. You have to sit back and wait for people to come and find you.
Yes.
And Lucy, I mean, you're doing a great job. You're doing the best that you can. And to be fair, 99% of agents, that is what they do too. And you don't need somebody to do what you can do yourself, right? Put it out,
Right.
on the MLS that goes on Zillow, put the sign in the yard and maybe host an open house or two. I mean, that wouldn't make sense. And see, what I do differently is I'm a very active and aggressive agent.
Hmm.
So I actually look for buyers for my sellers. And that is what you would expect an agent to do for you, right?
Right. How do you find your buyers?
Yes, I love this question because I actually spend time on the phone. So what do you do for work, Lucy?
Like I mentioned to you, I'm retiring as a property management, and that's why I know a little bit about real estate. So yes, I talk to people, but I mean, managing a community pretty much.
Amazing, because this is obviously within like the real estate world too.
Yes,
So
yes,
this
it's a
is
side of,
actually, yeah, this is actually really good because what I do to find buyers is I prospect. So I spend 4 of my hours, this is half of my working day, 8 in the morning until 12 on the phones, looking for buyers for my sellers and more sellers that I can help. And that's how me and you got connected, right? It's because I reached out to you.
correct.
And again, I'm not going to just sit back and hope and pray that the buyers, magically find me. I'm going to go out and I'm going to make it happen for you. And again, I mean, that is what you would expect for somebody to do for you if you were going to hire an agent, right?
Well, I wasn't expecting to hear that because to be on the phone from 3 to 4 hours, it's pretty heavy. I would not imagine that I would have that. I'm curious, Gabriella, how long have you been doing that?
Yeah, I've been in real estate full time now for 1 year. And again, this is my full-time career, Lucy, and I know exactly how to find the buyer for the sellers that I represent. And one of the things that I want to share with you too, because it seems like you're interested in this, is
Mhm.
when I get a listing, okay, the first thing that I do is I'm going to go speak to your neighbors. So I'm going to
Mhm.
go door knock them. And the reason I do this is because let's say the HOA allows us to have a sign in the front yard, right? We get some
Right.
through traffic, your neighbors are going to see the sign, right? And think about it. They're driving by and they're thinking, potentially I know somebody that's looking to move to the area, but I'm not going to call on the sign and let this person know. I mean, I'll just share this information. Maybe I'll bring it up if I remember. So when I go to the door and I ask them and I introduce myself and I let them know, I just listed this property for sale. Who do you know from work, school, church, anywhere that's looking to move to our area? And then I ask them for that person's information so that I can get in contact. And again, I'm not waiting for buyers to find me. I'm actively out there, boots on the ground, and I'm going to make it happen for you.
Oh, wow. So you're going to contact every single neighbor that I have? Like, is that around 200 homes?
Yeah, so I have a dialer system. So I'm gonna actually call around the entire subdivision, typically 3 to 400 homeowners. And no, I'm not gonna be able to speak to all 200 neighbors, right? I mean, that's gonna take usually when I call 300 neighbors, it's gonna take me about, 1.5 to 2 weeks. I'm gonna door knock the surrounding streets around you that can see the sign that's visible. So I'll
Okay.
contact and I'll go to the door to at least 30 to 40 of your neighbors. And what's really cool about this, Lucy, is I had another for sale by owner that I actually did this for, right? And when I was doing what I'm telling you that I'm going to do for you when we work together, I ended up actually finding the buyer for my seller. That was
Okay.
not, yeah, they were not actively looking on the market. They were a renter in the neighborhood. They were waiting to literally have a house up for sale and they weren't actively like searching on Zillow. They did not see the sign in the front yard because my for sale by owner had one in the front yard and I left a flyer for them. They ended
Mm.
up being one of four offers and they were the highest offer because I
Oh, wow.
got generated so much demand for the seller that I was able to go back to all the offers and say, bring me your highest and best offer. So I found the buyer that ended up paying the highest value for that house.
Mm. So you believe doing that we can get more offer and get the net that I'm looking for?
By having an active and aggressive marketing plan, this will generate the most amount of exposure for your house. So,
Mm.
Lucy, have you ever been to an auction in person or seen one on
No.
TV?
Oh, I saw in TV. Yeah, not in person.
Okay, cool. So you saw one on TV. So you know that when the auctioneer is auctioning something off, I mean, it doesn't matter what it is. Let's just say it's this pen, right? You can buy this on Amazon for probably, let's just say $10. So the auctioneer, I mean, they're going to start off the bid at, let's say, $5. And they're going to get more people interested in the pen. And the more people that, raise their hand to bid on the pen, the price ends up going up. That is the same exact
Mm.
strategy that I'm going to use when working with you is that I'm going to increase the demand and the exposure for your house so that you can net top market value because I know that's what you're looking to do, right?
Yes, exactly. Hmm.
Absolutely. So
So, Gabriella, all that you do, it looks fantastic. Calling 3 to 4 hours a day, knocking around the neighborhood. I mean, it seems a lot of work for one person. Do you work with somebody else as well to help you out?
yeah, so Lucy, I'm a solo agent with EXP. And when you think about it like this, EXP, my company, my brokerage, they are the number one resale team here in the Triangle area. So my office that I work under, right? They sell and they have sold over 400 homes in the last 6 months. So yes, I'm going to be the one boots on the ground making things happen for you. And you're being backed up by the number one resale team.
All right.
Mhm.
Thank you for the clarification. It looks a lot of, imagine if you have a few homes on your hands, how you're gonna handle all of them, right? You have to have a backup. I see.
Right. And I don't take on more than 5 clients at one time.
Mm,
So I'm going
okay,
to make sure, yeah, I'm going to make sure that I'm pouring into you and giving you all that you need in order to get you down to Florida. Because I know you want to retire, close out this chapter, and move on to the next one, right?
okay. Understood. Thank you for sharing that you don't take like 60 homes per month. Okay.
No.
All right. Thank you.
Nope, you're going to be a priority for me. And so let me ask you this though. Based off of what I've shared with you, do you feel as confident as I do? And do you see how I'm going to be a financial asset to you in the sale of your Raleigh house?
Yeah, I see you have a lot of new information. The only worry that I have is what I told you is the net. If you
Mhm.
deliver what I'm looking for, then I think you have everything that I need.
Great. Well, then, based off this, it sounds like you see how working with me is going to benefit you. Now we just need to look at the market analysis and determine the absolute highest price that we can get in this market so I can go ahead and get your home sold.
Okay, let's look into.
Right. So we can, I'm not going to do the market analysis right now. So we can stop it right here, or if you want, you can throw something more at me and I can recover it, whatever you guys want to do. I'm fine with either way.
Yeah, I think my main objection was your experience. So that was you handle it pretty good with the team. Bringing AXP and I think yeah, I think I was curious to see how it would be handling when you're a new agent. Or not
Yeah.
new, but newer.
Right. And so, with that, let me just ask, does anybody want me to like keep going? Or are we fine with just ending it here?
Okay.
I'm sorry, what do you want me to say, Naomi? Okay, so Lucy, now that we've agreed on a price that's going to cause the property to sell, all we have to do left now is I just need your signature right here.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
Perfect. Well, I really look forward to working with you and getting the property on the market and getting you down to Florida. So I'm really excited to make it happen for you.
Thank you, Gabriella.
Great. Naomi, you're muted.
How do you feel about your presentation?
I think it was a little bit choppy at the beginning, but it's fine. I mean, I think I was able to like get back into it, like throughout, which I think that's important to know is that you don't have to be perfect on a presentation. You can recover, it's fine, and just go through it, maintain confidence, maintain authority. This particular seller, her objection was, you know, she asked me to have the perspective of a newer agent. So you could tell I didn't go into my personal stats because I said I've been in real estate for 1 year. So I was a new agent and I wasn't going into my stats. I brought up the stats of my office, right? That had sold 400 properties in the last 6 months. So I wasn't fully answering her question. I was trying to deflect and rely on my like office's track record. And that's exactly how I'd handled it when before I've ever gotten any listings or sold any properties. So I think it's just yeah, maintaining confidence and those objections will kind of subside like on the wayside and they'll kind of just go away. Um yeah, I think overall, I mean I did fine. Um yeah, but I'm interested to hear from your guys' perspective, obviously.
On my
Yeah.
side, I felt I gave no objections, but it's because the high level of Gabriella at this point. I think she handled like easy. I felt I had no much of objections, but I was questioning her, um, how long have you been here and all that, and she threw back to the office. I felt confident, like, oh, okay, she has a backup.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Okay, so I
Anyone
have
else?
some feedback. So Gabriella, honestly, you sound like a professional. You can tell that you take this, very serious. You're studying and you sound very conversational. So when you are going through the stats, especially, you don't just throw at them numbers, you pause appropriately and you're asking for their feedback. You're not losing them. So that was really good for me to see because it's something that I'm obviously working on. Um, the stats from your office was also impressive, how you were able to pull that, and use that as a tool to, I guess, get over that objection.
Mhm.
So that was really good. In terms of what you could have improved on, um, again, you sound great. I don't even have anything, to be honest. I don't know if you have a visual. You said you don't usually have a visual. You are the presentation, and I can see why, honestly. You're really good at the way that you're communicating. So nice job.
Thank you. How did you guys feel about, or I'll ask this after everybody gives feedback. Yeah, I'll ask that after. So what about you, Naomi?
So yeah, I think overall it was really good, obviously. And of course you're always good on delivering the stats, which is really good, especially some seller that love it. And I like how you pick up the line of I only work with 5 sellers. This is really, really good.
I got that
Now,
from you. Thank
yes,
you.
that's like what else? Like you just finished the whole thing, right? So I know you were like doing like a presentation as a new agent. So if there's any new agent here, I would say do not mention how long you have been in real estate. Unless even if they do ask, I mean, if they ask, just for be honest, you can say, hey, yes, I have been in real estate for 1 year, but let's focus on what I can do for you. And you can, say how many houses have you sold. Because if they didn't ask you, you say everything can sound good. But as soon as you say, oh, I have been in real estate for 1 year. Oh, okay, so you just got here. Because sometimes they're expired. They don't want to make any other mistakes. They want to work with a professional, someone who knows what they do. So them thinking that you have been on a real estate for 1 year, it can sound to them that you don't have much experience and they don't want to go through that again. Remember, it's about what they understand of what you're saying, or maybe how you say it. So the other thing she asked you, but how you gonna donor calls and do all these things alone? And I don't think you responded to the question specifically when you first started. Like your answer at the beginning, you said it at the end, but even that, it wasn't solid, it was still not making sense to me. So what I would say is that you ask a really good question, and I do not work alone. I have a whole staff behind me. I have people that I pay people that I pay to do the work for me, and also myself, I am working for you. And then you add the five clients where you say, and you see why you should work with me, because it takes time and effort and money to get your home sold. So you show again the value, right? And you get VIP treatment. The other thing is, maybe, I don't know, sorry, I came late, so don't get me wrong if I say something that was already said. The other thing is, at the beginning, I always like to go over again, like reaffirming them being really confident and ready to sell. Second, what they are selling. And then thirdly, who they are looking for. Because sometimes you are going to go through all of the stats while you're supposed to just focus on actually what they want and who they
Yeah.
are looking for.
Yeah.
So that was the only feedback. But other than that, I know you were trying to imitate a new Asian, which is perfectly good. So yeah, for any new Asian watching this video.
Cool. Anyone else? Thank you so much for all of you guys. Let me see. Is there anyone
So,
else?
no, I mean, in the case of reality that the fees will ask, okay, so what are you gonna net? What am I gonna net? Show me. So you would just jump into your net sheet first and like, hey, this is what I'm looking for, how much I believe your home, this between this, and then I think you're gonna, show in the paper would just like, to the point, whatever they're asking.
So, well, I'm pretty sure at that point you guys already agree on the price. All you have to do, you use the app. I will share with you what app or website that I use, and you just go over that. You just want to make sure to let them know it's an estimate. It could be $2,000 more or $2,000 less. And you are not supposed to tell them how much exactly they are going to get. They need to speak to the title company because you don't want a seller at the end. Oh, but you told me I was gonna get 100,000. I have it 75,000. You say that. No, I did not. I said it's an estimate.
Because people usually they more interesting on
Yeah.
the part of the money most of the time.
So once they're sold on you, because they have to be sold on you, right? Then you transition to the market analysis. And so at that point, then we're going to run through comps. And I don't care how much they want to net because it's usually way more than reality, right? It's like I've taken listings where, you know, they were posted for 750, but top market value was 680. Like, I don't care. I'm not going to list it for 750. Why? Then it's just going to expire. So you take them through the comps one by one. This property sold for this much, this property, and I don't do a seller's net sheet because I don't care what they want to walk away with. It's usually not the reality, right? They can say, I want $1 million. Okay. That doesn't impact what the house is gonna sell. What they want is not what it's worth. Usually, I mean, they usually always want more. So run through the comps. I don't care about a seller's net sheet. I've had one out of all presentations I've ever gone on say, what is this? Bring me the seller net sheet. And then I just did the math really quick, like on the market analysis. And I was like, okay, this is what approximately you would be able to walk away with. But you never price a home based off of what they want because then you're going to overprice it and it's going to expire.
Okay.
So just don't bring it up because you're gonna create another objection.
Right.
Unless they really ask and you guys already went over the comps, then I mean you have to show him. You're supposed to show him. But don't bring it up. I don't also bring it up unless I really ask. You're gonna create more.
Exactly. Yes. So the
No,
market is going to tell us, right, what it's worth, and
Yeah.
then we're going to agree on that because if they still want 750 but top market value 680, we have a problem. I'm not going to want to take the listing that much overpriced because it's not going to sell.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
no, I have another quick question. Noemi made a really good point about starting off confirming their motivation, right? And that they're ready to actually sell the house, etc. One of the things I'm running into with FISBOs, and I'm able to talk to a lot of them, but working on my pre-qual because they seem obviously it's a smoke screen, but they seem extremely unmotivated. So during the pre-qual, you make sure you get their motivation and then you confirm it at the appointment. But then what if they're really not motivated? Do you still take the trip down to the appointment? Do you understand what I'm saying? How do you guys navigate that?
He's never going to see me. If you're not motivated,
Yeah.
I'm motivated, you will never see me. Never. Especially for sale by order? Hell no.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I think I want the listing, but I need to understand my worth and my value because my time is very important and make sure that I can better communicate with them and ask the right questions to get their motivation. And if I don't have their motivation, then keep it moving.
Yeah, so here I'm gonna jump in because I pre-qualified Lucy yesterday and the pre-qualification is gonna tell you a lot. So like you're gonna ask them, you know, like, oh, like, you know, just curious, like what's causing you to move? Like obviously like that's a skill in itself. And this is what I was trying to tell Anna yesterday is like not all sellers are created equal. Some are more motivated than others. So if I set 2-3 appointments in a given day, I'm gonna rank the priority of motivation. And if you're like a freaking 6 out of 10, bye. I'm not meeting with you. I'm canceling on you. Like I just canceled one yesterday because she's not motivated. I'm like, I don't care. I'm not seeing you. And then I have 2 left that are strong. So I think you got to determine based off of motivation and based off of their price, right? Like that's going to tell you whether or not you should go, basically.
Thank you.
Of course.
That was a
Tanisha?
good point. Yeah, no, I'm tapping in. I like that. Prioritizing based on motivation because they don't have a problem wasting your time. And I think just because, sometimes when they're not in the business and they understand the work and, all that we do, yeah, people will waste your time. So I like that. During a call, I don't know if we passed that because I jumped off the call. During the role play, I love the questions that the seller was giving Gabriella. It was smooth. She was just I liked her composure. It was just like a conversation. And I like that a lot. But that's it. No other input. You know, you answered very specifically. You talked about what you was gonna do, and that was it. And you went to your closes very nice and smooth. Yeah, you brought it to the closing when it was time to say, hey, you know, and once we were in the price, we could go ahead and move forward. It was very simple. So I like that call.
That was another thing. It was like a conversation. It was so smooth. That was really good from you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. All right, cool. So I think we're good. I think that was everybody, right?
Yeah. Yes. So next Saturday, I will be the brand new agent, and I think Anna will be the seller. So I will see you guys next Saturday. If you are on the WhatsApp group chat that we have, let's go to the breakout rooms. Still on Zoom, I will bring you there so we can talk.
Okay.
All right.
Separate
Bye,
link.
everyone. Where did Lucy go?
I don't know.
Are we having the mastermind now or exactly on the hour at 11? What are we doing?
No, right now.
Yeah, this
Okay.
is doing right now.
Hold on.